WesWes Show.
Good into the round. Let's get into selections. So after that last game, straight into the selections. So New South Wales came out with their named list. Yes. Let's go through them player by player and just kind of look at who's in, who's out, kind of the guys that are missed out. So firstly, to start off with, obviously Edwards was first choice last game anyway, so it's kind of like an automatic straight back in. I think we discussed that. Any thoughts on that? Teddy unlucky? Are you happy
bro.
with this?
I'm a true believer too. If someone's your original pick, then he deserves that chance. I think the only thing stopping that if Teddy was like fucking had a man of the match win with New South Wales. So yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. I agree. I think he pretty much picks himself other than injury. Be interesting if he kind of doesn't get injured over the trainings as well. Hopefully his injury stays up and he gets to play. I think the others are pretty straightforward. Brian and Stephen and Critter. Samoan internationals, nothing to see there. Like the boys are both qualified and don't really need to be mentioned why they're there. Latrell, straight back in there. So I guess before we talk to Latrell, I want to talk about the ones that have missed out. So obvious ones that have missed out is Bradman Best, fit and healthy after that night's loss, but he was in discussions prior to the Swali'i conversation. So kind of Swali'i Lomax came onto the scene, and you also had Bradman Best in those discussions. Swali'i winning out last time, and now we've got Latrell back in the mix. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, bro. Oh, fucking just goes to show that Madge made a mistake in the first game, bro. If it was me picking the team, like, no, I don't think form should dictate. It should be the only aspect to pick your team, bro. I think you should pick the team that you think's gonna win your game, bro. And regardless of how he's traveling, man, Latrell is fucking match winner, bro. He can, and one of the things that one of the aspects of New South Wales play in the game one was almost like their lack of creativity with the ball.
Yeah.
They had shitload of opportunities. I know they were man down, but they just didn't look. I think like Queensland's defense was comfortable against them. They had 2 tries scored against them, come through kicks. So if anything, he's gonna fucking add. He's gonna add some real punch, and he's got fucking smooth hands, bro. And not only that, he's one of these players that instills a bit of confidence. Doesn't mean to say that fucking the Queenslanders are gonna fear him, but they're definitely a better team with him in it. And like I said, all these other players you mentioned, they're playing better, but they're not a better player, man. And the match bots it, and now panic stations. Now you wanna fucking pick him. Hey, that's the truth.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like,
exactly.
Bro, we need you. It's like at first you're like, no, we're not. We've got standards. Blah blah blah. We're gonna uphold our standards and reward. But now what? Now you want to fucking give them a call?
Change the standards. Change the standards, apparently.
Yeah,
yes.
You know what I mean. Like, so let's stick to the thing in the first place. You want to win the game, pick your best players, bro.
Exactly. Yeah. So at least he's playing his cards. On the same side, so we got Zach Lomax. I don't know. I think he played out of his skin. I said he deserved to be an Origin player, and he proved it. You happy he's back? No questions there.
I'm not happy fucking anything as a team. We were just doing this because we have to. But fuck, he deserves it. He's definitely game one was one of the best players in the team. He's a threat aerially too. But you saw the game following Origin where he had a fucking cracker. I just remember it. I think they fussed at the Tigers, but he scored 200 points for my fucking fantasy team because I made him captain.
Oh, you had him as captain. But, I think he scored 32 of his own points as well in that game.
Yeah, he was one of the highest. Yeah, but yeah, bro, he's fucking hell. Yeah,
Mm.
he didn't do himself any injustice since.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Luai. So there was some question marks. I don't know why. Like there was other names thrown around. I thought he did his job in game one, and being rewarded with a recall. Another Samoan international. I don't know. Was there any thoughts that you thought they might have brought in maybe Cody to use with Latrell or anything like that? Or you kind of
Yeah, that's definitely an option. Cody Walker. I mean, out of all the Sixers, there's probably really only those two, man. But fucking Sole Luai was one of their better players
yeah,
in that New South Wales team. He didn't stop trying. So
yeah. So
yeah,
it's
bro,
surprising.
he'll
Like,
be a
yeah, I don't know if those the commentators, the experts have agendas. Because yeah, it seems like they always kind of like bad, and then they mention this guy like trying to just drop him, like just randomly throw his
Sole.
name like
Fucking if
not
they
in the
got
mix. I'm
agendas.
like, so like these guys like, why are you even mentioning like replacements for six? Like, was he done? Like, you just want to start? And it's funny, like, do you see the Tigers CEO came out about these 360 and all their kind of just starting stuff? Because what they say, pretty much everyone goes, oh yeah, that must be actually what's happening. And he's saying it's just based off lies.
Yeah,
These guys just saying rubbish. Then
you
everyone
know,
hears it
bro.
from them and goes, oh, it must be, what's happening?
It's like
So all of that,
it's
that Galvin shit,
media.
yeah. So I apologize
It's
to
media.
Galvin. We're going off that media, and it's old news.
Yeah,
It's not even, it's just fake news. Yeah.
media propaganda, bro. They're trying to
Hard out.
push their own interests, bro. But
Yeah.
like, you know what? When we go back, Luai and Latrell Mitchell, they always say, "Oh, these two are what's the word?
Black.
They're I forgot the word.
Is it black?
I forgot the word they always use. It's a big long Balangi word.
Like to
But
talk about
you know what,
the
bro?
way their attitudes or something like that, or like the way they're
Yeah, are they
outspoken kind of thing.
polarizing? Where the fuck that
Oh,
means?
yeah, I hear that word. Yeah, I hear that.
Polarizing.
Polarizing.
Which
They're polarizing. Yeah, is that
it's
like
you know
either you love them or hate them? Is that what they mean?
you know what it
You're one or
is?
the other. Like polars is opposite.
You know what it is? And I've mentioned this before, bro. These two are fucking loud and proud, speak their
Yeah.
mind, and they play hard and they fucking give it as well. You know, they rough people up, like Luai standing over.
Yeah. I love it.
Nothing wrong with it, bro.
That's what you need. That's what you want in Origin is guys with that passion.
And you know what?
Uh,
When a Balangi does it, oh yeah, mate, our game's tough. Yeah, he's giving it to
Yeah.
him.
Well, you
But
see,
when
that's Zach Lomax. That's his attitude. It's
no,
fine when Zach Lomax does it. Like, yeah, that's the energy. That's the mongrel.
what? But when
Oh,
a
as soon as
brown guy
Luai's
does it,
doing it, like, oh, if there's these
yes. And when a cocky
heathens, these ice.
when a brown guy wants to be confident and cocky, oh, these guys are polarizing. They're
Yeah.
very disrespectful. Like, fuck, come on, man. See, this motherfucker, this shit started back in the days of Muhammad Ali. It
I
started
know.
with
I know.
fucking Chalk.
It's too loud. These guys are too loud. It's jungle music.
Exactly. They want us to be yes sir. Oh, okay, sorry, yes. They want us to be fucking service, man. You don't want us to be fucking ripping shit up and be confident young men. Like, man,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
glad.
So
And
I'm
they
not here to rep the team, but at the same time, I'm glad guys like Luai,
there
at
was
least
even a
Madge isn't
story.
cutting these guys because yeah.
There was even a story about Luai putting his fucking beatbox away. Like, come
Mm-mm.
on, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Shit.
Told that he can't have the music. Like, see, here's what I mean. Hey,
This
mate,
is
we're
fucking
trying to work here. We can't have jungle music. How am I
yeah.
supposed to concentrate? How am I supposed to run? Like,
Who
fucking run.
knows? But
It's not like you're trying to write notes, mate.
he ain't done nothing to unwarrant his selection, man.
Mm.
He deserves to be there. The Tigers are going to be fucking mean next year when he goes to 7.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. The Panthers are still ripping up, and this guy's fucking running the team.
Yeah. Exactly.
So,
Yeah,
so
like you
yeah.
caught it last year. Like it's only people only say he's not a class number 7 because he's never had the chance. Because as soon as he pulled the trigger this year, I think he's shown people like, yeah, well, like
Diving,
it's
bro.
just because I don't
Yeah.
get the chance. I'm playing second fiddle, but you give me the fiddle, bro, I'll play it. So yeah, I'm glad he's
We saw it for Samoa, man. He took us to the final and almost did it.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Unfortunately he's in blue, but good on him. Mitchell Moses. So yeah, you mentioned it earlier. Unfortunately for Nico Hines, but
Carlo Fire,
yeah, he's
Nico,
pretty much
man.
he was the third string. Unfortunately, like yeah,
He
only
always
because
was,
there's
man.
no yeah, only because Nathan's injured. it should have been Moses, and unfortunately they brought in Heinze. So is that it? Is he scrap heap? Is he Mitchell Pearce now?
Well,
He's up
the
there,
only
pretty
time,
close.
like I said, bro, at the moment he's third. So the only time he's gonna have another chance is if Musa and Cleary is not available. And solid, bro. And the media just pounced on him. I'm a bit surprised, bro, that they didn't give this guy a chance. But they said he already had his chance. But no, that was only his one chance, bro. Remember the chance
The
that
other
they
one
gave
is
him
like
last
just a
year?
eat us. Yeah, last few minutes in the wrong position.
Yeah, he come on and defend that in the centres, and like Kema would have run around anyone. I mean, Munster would have stepped around anyone that game, bro. But
you can't
like
count
I
that
said,
one.
bro, they reckon yeah, and it is true. Musa's got a better kicking game or a longer kicking game. He's a bit more experienced, takes the line on a bit more. But I think that is a little bit risky as well because he's very undercooked this year. He's got, I think he's had a couple of games. He hadn't fucking sparked the world on fire, but
yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, he's had some solid NRL games in his return, and that's the thing. It's like, yeah, not setting the world on fire in the NRL, but he had some solid games. But it's like, well, it's solid
the
enough
pressure's on him.
to, yeah, exactly.
The pressure's on him to deliver because he's been picked on his name, bro. You know, not on what he's done this year because, like I said, he's hardly played, but he's fucking alright. He's alright. DCE's fucking his daddy, bro. DCE's been ripping up in fucking Origin, so we'll see. We'll see.
You know, I think they're already drafting the memes for these guys in nappies already, so the guys getting ready for those ones. The Ford pack. Let's jump into their Ford pack. Pretty much the same type 5. Jake Reese, Payne, Liam, and Angus. Can't complain. Like those guys all did their job in game 1. Jervo, the limited minutes from game 1. They're saying that was just because plans went out the window, so they had to change it. So yeah, I'm assuming they'll probably get a better rotation this time, and he plays more minutes.
Yeah, well, he it's a bit more on. It's a bit more of a with Connor Watson there. He's their utility.
Yeah,
you know,
and covering all of them.
And instead of having like fucking 4 forwards, and I thought the last pick was a bit odd to me, and they reckon he was the utility that can defend out. Is Hudson? He's the poor guy that missed out this time.
Oh yeah.
But it kind of smells like that Watson was unavailable, but he was going to be the original utility anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, the fucking manager's rotation was a bit interesting because Gerbo is definitely fucking can give you more than 20 minutes and like
yeah.
Why you want to name him captain and only fucking have him on the field for 23
just
minutes?
Him on the bench.
Yeah. I mean, these guys are capable with campaign Haas there, Ola Kawatu. These guys play 80 minutes every fucking week.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the the send off had something to do with it, but they kind of each had low minutes. These guys coming off the bench. Connor Watson's going to be interesting, bro. Well, like I said, bro, like the forwards, they did their job, man. And it's going to test Queensland out, and Queensland's toughened up their pack a bit now to balance that out. But
the call on Connor Watson, obviously they were waiting for Cameron Murray to be healthy. They were always going to bring him straight in. At the cost of McInnes, so I'm happy with that. I don't mind that. Like, I thought Cameron McInnes was probably an interesting call anyway. So yeah, I think Cameron Murray probably makes sense. I don't know if that's the right way around. Look, Isaiah Yeo off the bench, but Connor Watson, like you're saying, he's playing that utility role. I think so. Yeah, I guess probably not so much like a Harry Grant as kind of the hooker, but yeah, I guess back to that West Tigers, and you put it in our chat. Like, what has Uppy done? Like, did he just sleep with? Like, has he actually slept with Madge's daughter? Like, what's going on? Like, if you want that creativity and punch late in the game, Uppy's your man. Like,
yeah, I see why they went with Robson. He's tough on defense. He's a defensive
Yeah.
hooker.
You want that toughness. That makes sense. You look at it, go, yep, we've gone defensive, and they're just going to.
And Connor Watson is he can cover half if required. But fucking Uppy just showed that as well, man. You know what I mean? Like, so Uppy's probably the same kind of player that can come on and give your hooker a rest, and if required, can go in at
Cover in the back,
halves with an injury. But I think maybe the down thing on Uppy is because of his size, his tackling maybe is probably the weakest part of his game. But yeah, I think they're definitely missing a bit of creativity. Watson offers a little bit more with his speed around the ruck, but man, Talofaya fucking Uppy, man. He's my second. I reckon he's the second best hooker in the game, behind Harry Grant, Uppy, and maybe Jeremy Marshall. Like I said, like Watson's good, but he's a bit old school, bro. Just pass off the deck and tackles hard. Like,
I think he's just been looking good in the Roosters system, like kind of doing a bit more than what Brandon's doing. So I think in that system he looks good, but I don't know. Like, we'll see on the Origin stage. Yeah, no other kind of real surprises in there. Kind of in terms of the goes in and out. Solid team. I think it's
better team, mate.
They can, think? A better team. Still probably similar to, like, I think Latrell's a huge in, and maybe Edwards too. Like, just points wise, like you're saying, like they've got meters in them now. And yeah, I think their game probably revolves more around Latrell. Like, those guys will, that normal game plan Dylan and To'o bring will just kind of get them the meters into his attacking zone. And then, probably just seeing Latrell and Critter just kind of, more of their tries will probably be centralized rather than out to the wings. So I think that's probably where they're going to play a lot of their ball is kind of in that area. The team makes sense. We'll see if they can get the game. Yeah, I guess that's the thing. Like, I think Billy will probably be. You look at the team Billy's playing again, probably a bit more solid in the forwards to match this. But we're just going to focus on getting the game on. I think that Billy and the boys will just be focused on points. So let's go over to the Queensland boys and look at where those points are going to come from. Awesome to see Reece Walsh straight back in. You have any concerns about him not playing, coming straight into Origin without a game under his belt?
Nah, he didn't need a game. Well, like fitness wise, bro, he's fit. He's been playing all year. No. If anything, probably the Broncos missed him the most.
Yeah.
But bro, he was dangerous before getting knocked out in game one, and I think between him, the Hammer, Holmes, and the halves, Dearden and Cherry Evans, he'll be a fucking threat, bro. And the same threat that Latrell offers with his hands there on the edges, Reece Walsh will test him with his speed, bro.
Yeah.
Definitely
I think that's going to be the biggest challenge, They're going to try and jam because, you think Latrell. So, that'll be interesting to see the defense. So, I guess we know the punch Latrell brings an attack, but it'll be interesting. Like, he's a mongrel on attack, like on defense, if he can catch you. If he can get hands on him, he'll manhandle him. Yeah.
He ain't done that for a while, for a few years, defending out centre, and I think he's going to be inside Lomax. So even though he's a stronger contender than what Swali brought, I still think that's an area on the edges, on the fringes that
they'll expose.
Queensland can attack, man.
Yeah, especially if Reece can just get around and then have that extra man on the outside. I think just what we saw when he went off that same play. Just tap on and you just see Hammer go through.
All day, bro. All day. That's going to be hard, man. Like, whether those guys decide to jam or stand back, like, he'll be asking questions, bro. It's going to be dangerous every time he touches the ball.
Nice. Well, it's pretty straightforward. Like, I don't know what to say with the Queensland pack.
The backline picks itself. The backline picks itself.
Pretty much the backline was kind of no
I don't know, bro. Let's talk about the interchange, bro. I mean, that's the really only difference.
Yeah, that's pretty much straight to the interchange. That's the only real, pretty much just one. Just Capewell for Cobbo.
What do you think, bro?
I'm happy to see Capewell win.
He's been
down
a
for the
bit
Warriors. I think he's just been injured. Like he's
like
just had carrying injuries.
not
So
like has he been playing? Like I don't know. Like
yeah,
some of the
interesting
boys in our
that
chat been mocking
yeah
him, but I think with his size and his experience, Billy's decided that New South Wales probably gave a bit too many inroads there in game one, and we just kind of matched. We have to match them up front a bit more. So I like Capewell and Kofusi there, and again, we're not asking Capewell to play on the edges for 80 minutes, bro. We're asking him to be an impact player, and that he can do. And he's probably our utility in terms of if we have a center go down, or even if we have an outside back go down, he can play center, and then you can push any of those two centers out wide homes, or hammer. You know what I mean? So in that regard, he's our back cover. But I just think the inclusion of him and Kofusi is fucking gonna toughen up the middle for
just
us.
clever from Billy. Like you just look at like last game, just the way kind of the bigger bodies, so just being able to play more of a defensive forward game, and just getting the quicker player of the ball too. So I think it's obvious with these two coming on, just the the technique with the wrestle, just slowing things down on the ruck, just a bit more experienced heads. I think if you get in the a lot of guys just get a bit too much adrenaline, start playing the game faster, playing the ball
I
faster,
thought
and getting off.
we kind of gave him too much space, man. Like he was awesome, bro, when he come on, and like when Collins goes off and Cotter has a rest, and Mo comes on, bro, and Mo's not a big forward, but he's good as well. But we just need to match them, bro, with Lengyu, Olukwatu, and there's fucking heaps of punch there in the middle, man.
And I think just that game changer. You think Fusi, one good smack on Lungyu or Lokalatu. That's the
fuck. I
that's
wanted
that
to pull off
momentum changer. That's
special,
what.
man.
Exactly.
Last year, man, when he started
someone.
here for the Dolphins, he was fucking pulling out the meat.
That's what I was. When he was just pulling out and folding everyone, I was like, this is what this guy.
So I mean, they can point and say, oh fuck, these guys fucking old goingers, but between Kofusi and Capewell, like I said, bro, if we can get good 20 minutes out of them, bro, impact, because we've got Cotter, he can play 80, man. We've got Lindsay Collins who can play big. And how good was he on the weekend? Apparently, he fucking played out of his skin for the Roosters. The second row, Carrigan can play big minutes. So we're not really asking Kofusi and Capewell too much, man. We just, like I said, man, we get good 15, 20 minutes out of these guys, man.
And I think a real simple job when they do come on is just to slow down those impact players. So those guys will be coming on fresh feet, and that'll be their job, is to just really grind those. Just slow down a lot of those quicker players just coming to try and bring that impact. Just some of those old heads, old techniques to know what where to draw that line as well with the refs. So I think they'll be getting into a lot of the niggle I think the New South will kind of want to grind and then quickly try and get quick plays of the ball. So probably not so much creative, but just getting ascendancy on being on the front foot. I think that's their game plan. So that's kind of our counter, is to just bring in these old heads to slow it down.
How good is to see Gay Guy at 18, bro?
Man,
that's almost like insurance policy. If things happen again, one of our outside backs,
we've actually got a back to bring in now. Yeah,
and if that play when Walsh comes around, it's possible, bro. These motherfuckers will want to jam and apply pressure. And Liam Martin's come out and say they didn't target him, but they said they're going to put pressure on him.
Yeah,
and that's quite a brilliant pick there from because we don't have the cover on the bench. But if we lose a player to foul play,
that kind of situation,
and most probably be outside back. Yeah. And this guy, Gay Guy, he's one of these guys that is not always top fucking NRL, but when he pulls on that Queensland jersey, bro, he's fucking a different player.
Yeah, he's one of
solid team, bro. I'm fucking confident, bro. We can wrap it up, bro. Game 2.
Yeah. I think so. At Melbourne could be game 2 done and dusted. Just that Reece Walsh. So yeah, that's one thing that cracks me up. Like just the commentary I've heard people talking about it, and kind of that responsibility of the defender having to make sure they've got they're the ones that are making the impact, so they've got the responsibility of care. And it's been funny, like some of the people, like just their commentary, but it almost sounds like they want Reece to change the way he plays. So they kind of comment and say, like the way he's coming around, either he needs to start deeper because it's going to happen every game. It's like, yeah, well, and that's the thing. Reece is fine getting smacked by someone, but if guys are getting
He
it
gets
wrong
hit
and
up
head
every
high
game.
them, yeah, when people head
Yeah.
high him, that's not Reece's fault because and so they're almost trying to say his style of running and where he tries to come in, like. Well, if you guys, so it's like they say, well, we can't just let him run through. Like, hey, like
Most
just because you
probably
can't
fucking New South Wales
match
fans,
his,
bro.
yeah, exactly, yeah. Well, yeah, it's kind of like McInnes commentary's coming from a lot of those guys, but it's like, well, you can't expect a player who's awesome to say you can't run like that because you're going to get hurt. You have to kind of start deeper so guys can get
What
to
a
you. It's like,
dumbass
no,
fucking thing to say.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Like the way it's heading, like, well, so you want this guy to play normal or stinker to make it so it's safer
You,
for everyone? No. It's like
you know
either you
what,
guys
bro?
get it right or you just watch them score tries. Like you got to get
A
better.
head high, a head high to me is black and white, and you can
No,
come in hard. You can hit with your shoulder as hard as you want, but you should be able to run the fucking ball
yeah,
and not get hit in the fucking head, bro. And
yeah,
that's it.
exactly.
It's black
Yeah,
and white.
he can
Accident or
get
not,
smashed. He doesn't cry if he gets smashed. If he gets smashed, good. Yeah, he gets smashed good.
yeah.
But
Whether it's an accident or not, the
mm,
severity you should get either penalised or sent off or sin bin. But
mm,
you you should be able to fucking run the ball and not get
yeah,
hit, man, in the head.
yeah.
And then
Your
you
job is
can't.
to evade them and run your hardest.
That's it,
And
bro.
when they hit you, that's their responsibility to hit you where they're allowed to hit you.
If anyone's got to change the game, it's the fucking defender that hit highest people. He's got to
Yep.
change the fucking game and play within the rules, bro. That's fucking since 1908.
Nice. Your prediction for game 2, bro? You've called it that we're taking it. Well, what's your margin?
I'm hoping it's going to be open game. We can see a bit more footy, and if it's like that, I think we've got too much creativity, too much footy in our team and the Queensland team. So I'm picking similar scoreline, 32-12.
Nice. Yeah, I guess the neutral ground should be a lot closer, I reckon. Yeah, I think they've got points in them as well this time. So yeah, I'm gonna probably go for a bit of a closer game, and I will go with 18-14 to Queensland. Nice.
Top mate.
Let's quickly jump into predictions for round 16.